Hello, good evening. This is Marc and Ying bringing you our Sunday broadcast of readings.
Hashtag Marc Stewart Medium is hashtag the Scottish Medium.
Happy that you're joining us. Basically, this is our Sunday broadcast where we do short readings. We used to do text readings. We basically switched over last week to only doing video readings. If you would like a reading, just type into the chat and then Ying, my wife who's chairing me, or chairing us, will give you a link. You have to use that link and you have to use it in either Chrome or Firefox. It doesn't work in any other browser. So in case you don't know what to do with such a link, please let me show you.
Now, just to be absolutely clear, you can only use the link that we're giving you with Google Chrome or Firefox. I'm not going to support Firefox, but I will talk you through how to do Chrome if this is your first time. Once you've installed Chrome, you then do this. Go here, copy and paste the link, press return. You'll see this loading up here called StreamYard. Put your name here, make sure you've not clicked mute or stop cam, enter broadcast studio. You won't see me multiple times, that's just because I'm recording myself recording, but you'll appear down here. You'll see all the bits and pieces here. Click on private chat and you'll be able to talk directly with myself and Ying to know when you're going to get a reading.
So again, just to repeat, if you want a reading, ask Ying for the link. The link is in the text that's at the top of all of this. Copy that link as that video just showed you, press return. I will then see you and, well, basically you'll get a reading. But it's a video reading, you'll be live as we broadcast. You can switch the camera off if you just want to do it audio, but moving forward, that's the only way I'm going to do the readings. Just take a little bit of a diversion while we wait for somebody to come forward for a reading, and I'll do an opening prayer and opening spiritual address, which helps me to work. In case you want to know where to see the streamed broadcast in future, if you go to Facebook, do a search for Spiritual Mediumship, you'll find a group, and it's not got up with us yet, but we broadcast live into that group. It's quite an active group. You'll find church services, discussions about mediumship, bits and pieces about Scotland. Excuse me while I disappear. If you need any help, we do have videos that we can install that help you guiding through the installation. If you go to marcstewartmedium.com/StreamYard-support, and again, I can give you that link in the text if needed. And down there, you'll find installation guides on how to install on all the various different types of machine or browser that you might be using. Okay, so that's enough information. Let me just get into prayer mode. So, if you would please join me in an opening prayer. Give me 1 second just to get my controls going. So, dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you for bringing us together on this Easter Sunday. Please let the world have a day of peace, if that's possible. Please let the message of life after death be carried by every medium that works, whether they're Christian or not, it doesn't matter. Please open the door to the other side and let anyone that needs a reading find us tonight. Thank you. Amen. Just give you a very quick spiritual address. Oh, what else should I talk about? It's Easter. Easter's a holiday, and it's also a religious holiday if you're a Christian. I was brought up as a Christian. I'm not a practicing Christian, I'm going to have to be honest, but my core religious beliefs are Christianity. However, let me just give you a little statistical feature of Christianity. There are 4,200 different religions in the world, and Christianity is the top rated of those religions, followed by the various Jewish and other Muslim faiths, etc. But did you know that there are 33,000 different Christian denominations? You know, everybody thinks of Catholic and Protestant, but there are actually 33,000 of them. And every single one of them has a different interpretation of the Bible and a different interpretation of this and that and X, Y, Z. How can they all be right? Can they all be right? And that's not taking account of 4,200 other religions and how many sub-denominations there are of those. So it's why I'm hesitant to describe Easter as a religious service. As a medium and as a Christian, it has deep significance, because if you believe the Bible, Jesus came forward and was resurrected and proved that there was life after death. However, how did he resurrect? Did he come forward physically, or did he come forward spiritually? So, for example, mediumship proves that there's life after death. Jesus was probably the most powerful medium that ever lived. He resurrected himself, or somebody else saw him resurrecting 2,000 years ago. And there's been a lot of interpretation and a lot of writing down. And even the people that saw it are not the ones that wrote in the Bible. So Chinese whispers probably plays a part in all of this as well. However, here we are, spiritual service, proving that there is life after death. Does that prove there's a God? That's a matter of faith. I'm not going to pass comment on that. Anyway, it's Easter, so let's move on to why we're here. And I see we have somebody coming forward for a reading. So Wendy, if you just bear with me for a few seconds, I shall be with you shortly. Hello, Wendy. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, very well. Thank you.
You're very welcome. So you're the first reading tonight. So give me a few seconds just to open up. I hope you don't find the Easter bunnies too distracting. Also, can you turn your volume down? I think you're listening somewhere else, because I've got feedback on the volume.
Okay.
That's going to amplify over the two of us in broadcast as we talk.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah, that's better. Thanks. Okay, so I've got a woman coming forward.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not good with ages, so don't take this too literally, but she looks younger than you.
Yeah.
Not a lot younger. I'd say she's pretty close to your own age. She might be slightly older, but she's making me feel as though she's younger. Certainly, maybe it's personality-wise. Let's put it that way.
It could be.
She's very much like you. She's got the same sort of facial expression that you're showing just now. She's wearing glasses as well. Her hair is lighter, though. It's not completely grey. I'm the one saying she's younger than you. Her hair is beginning to grey.
Okay.
I'm getting the feeling that she had a physical problem on the right-hand side of her body. Not sure if it's her arm or her leg or all the way down the right-hand side, but definitely the right-hand side. There's some issue, stiffness, maybe a broken arm or a broken leg, maybe both at some point.
Okay.
Like I say, I'm getting the feeling it's right. I mean, you can't see my hand because I've put myself down for the rabbits, but sort of here from the shoulder going all the way down. Does any of this make sense to you?
Not sure, because the people that I've kind of lost are usually a bit slightly older than me, so I don't know.
Like I say, don't take the age as literal. It's an impression of her.
Yeah.
I mean, it may be that she's older, that she's just presenting herself as being very energetic and youthful, but she certainly feels. I mean, I don't know how old you are. Are you what, early 60s?
Oh, it must look rough. I'm in my 50s. Yeah.
Okay, well, not too far off. I mean, I'm in my mid 50s. I'm getting close to 60 myself, but
yeah.
she feels She's maybe slightly older than you then, because I'll be honest, I thought you were a wee bit older than that. But she's not much older than you. Let's put it that way. She's not, she's certainly not in her 70s.
Okay.
I mean, early 60s. Like I say, I'm not good with ages, but I really would say early 60s is the oldest I would put her. But
Okay.
that's just gut feeling.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Does that make sense to you then? Like I say, especially the right hand side. There's something on the right hand side that's very physical that she's drawn attention to.
Yeah. I think I know it is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like broken arm and leg, or if it's just, if it's some sort of feeling that went, it's maybe a stiffness, like a sort of, she's stuck on the right hand side, the arm and the leg and the shoulder and all the way down through the buttocks. It's like the whole right hand side of my body is stiff. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. So are you happy with who we've got then?
Yeah. Thank you.
Right. Okay. So let's see why she's coming forward then. Something to do with, can you understand getting a pile of envelopes? Like, I don't mean being posted to you. I mean like going to the stationery and buying a big pack of white envelopes. As though you've got something like a newsletter or bills that you're sending out. Something that's I'm not saying it's a mass mailing, but something that you're either sending out on a regular basis or something that you're sending out as like a mail shop, old fashioned, in envelopes. Does that make sense? Something going on just now, or something that's coming up soon, or something that you've done recently.
No.
Right, they're not the kind of envelopes you would buy to send a letter in. It's
okay.
You know how if you use a printer and you print a letter with the name and address at the sort of top left hand side, and then you fold the letter and then you put it in the envelope, and it's got a window, a sort of paper window that you can see the address through. It's that kind of envelope.
Yeah.
Can you understand using a lot of those envelopes for something or in some way?
Okay.
Does that make any sense to you?
I'm not sure, but I'll take it, yeah.
Or maybe something you're planning or doing, or something you're thinking of doing. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
And you're posting them second class. You're not posting them first class. Now, that might be literal, or it might be an indication that it's not essential that you get them all there on a given date.
Okay.
It's not like an AGM that everybody's got to get the letter on a given date. If that makes sense. Again, does any of this make sense to you?
I'm thinking of emailing some people about the same thing.
Right. Okay. Maybe it's email then. Like I say, she's just putting the envelopes in my head to indicate it's a mass mail shot. Let's put it that way. So, I mean, it may just be symbolic of you doing a mass email. So you would understand sending out a big email. I mean, we're not talking about one or two people here. We're talking about a lot of people. Does that make sense?
Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I mean, it's like 100. It's like 50 to 100 envelopes that she's showing me.
I don't know.
Right. Okay. Let's see what else I can get. Are you involved in a club in some way, like a committee or a church committee, church organization, or a business, or a business with a lot of customers?
No.
It doesn't feel personal. The kind of envelope is not the envelope you would send the communication, a personal communication out with.
Okay.
It's something that you're involved in, or something that you're going to be doing or done, where you're sending out a mass communication. I'm not saying you don't know everybody, that it's a standard letter or a standard bit of paper or a standard communication. A cut and paste.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Does it mean anything to you though?
Not at the moment, but I'll take it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, let's see what she's got to say about it. Do you have problems spelling?
I'm normally quite good, but lately I've been not typing things right. But I've
Right.
had
So
a few.
okay. So typing then.
Yeah.
Right. Because that's when I asked her for more, that's what she's giving me. Whatever communication is, triple check it, because there's either mistakes or something that's. Just don't rush it. Just take your time with it. Whatever you can figure out, whatever this turns out to be, take it slowly and take it a step at a time.
Yeah.
And like I say, triple check it.
Yeah.
Does the number 3 mean anything to you? I mean, again, coming back to something like a committee or 3 committee members, or
the first thing I thought of when you said that to me, it's one of my door numbers. It's one of the numbers on my door.
Right. Okay. So it's got the number 3. Right. Okay. Do you, again, coming back to the sort of like maybe not a committee, but you have like a group of friends that organize things that would meet at your home?
There's 3 people that have been very good to me recently, so maybe that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Okay. Well, again, you're going to have to, you're maybe going to have to go away and think about this and try and put it all together.
Yeah.
3, I mean, obviously your house, 3 people, some sort of communication or committee or doing something together that involves like communication. You know, like maybe what maybe tomorrow. I mean, I'm being sarcastic here. This isn't the reading. I'm just trying to make this sense. But maybe the other 2 or one of them or the 3 of them are going to suggest that you organise something and you write to everybody about it. I don't know. I'm going to have to leave it at that because I'm digging a hole for myself here. I'm not getting anything else to make sense of it. But I'll leave you with that and see if you can make sense of it.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You. Nice speaking to you. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Okay, going to come to Maria next. Maria Henderson.
Hello, Marc.
Hello, Maria.
You all right?
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Thank you.
Okay, that's definitely not a local Scottish accent you've got.
No, it's in Northeast.
Okay. Anywhere near Newcastle?
12 mile.
Okay. I've actually got a regular hotel that I go down. Well, pre-lockdown, I used to go down there every 6 months to do a function at them. Okay, but that was a year ago. Okay, let's see. I've got a man coming forward for you.
Right.
He's got a problem either speaking or breathing before he passed. I don't know if it's speech, I don't know if it's breathing, but I'm finding it very difficult to talk all of a sudden. It's breathing.
It was both.
Ah, right, okay. Yeah, that makes sense, because I couldn't distinguish between the 2. I'm going like that, and yeah, okay, let me get him to take it back. So you're happy with who we've got forward then? We're getting both the speech and the breathing?
Yeah, I do. With my dad.
Okay. So let's see why he's coming forward. Have you ordered new shoes from Amazon recently, or are you thinking of ordering new shoes for yourself or for somebody else?
No, but I've got my dad's shoes.
Ah, so it's his shoes then. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you need new shoes? It's more than that. Have you been thinking about buying new shoes for yourself?
No.
Do you need new shoes?
I usually wear boots all the time.
Okay, when I say shoes, I mean, let's just change that to footwear.
Yeah.
Do you need some new boots or new footwear?
Yeah, I do.
Ah, so you haven't actually bought them yet, you just need to buy them?
No, I just have to wait till the shop's open.
You can buy shoes on Amazon. That's what your dad's letting you know. Okay. Well, your dad's pretty insistent that you need new footwear. Let's not call it shoes. Have you, again, back to the Amazon theme, have you been expecting, maybe if it's not Amazon, Have you been expecting a parcel recently?
No, I don't send away for stuff on post.
Or have you been sending something as a parcel?
I sent my brother a picture. That was it.
No, this is what I'm seeing is a cardboard box. Now, maybe not something you would post, but it's a cardboard box that's all sort of sellotaped up. Does that make sense to you? I was assuming it was being posted, but can you understand something about a cardboard box, sort of like shoebox size? I know we're coming back to the shoes again, but it's not much bigger than that. And it's a brown cardboard box, but it's all been sellotaped up or sticky taped up. Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Think of your dad. Something in storage, something you've forgotten about?
No, I can't think of anything.
Right, well, he's...
I know I have to pack things up into a box to take
maybe
to the
okay,
sale.
right, maybe that's it. Right, maybe that's it. Because he's now showing me the box open with nothing in it. So, okay, let me ask you a question, see if I can make sense of this. Is there something stopping you packing the things up?
Yeah, I need boxes.
So it's the box that you don't have. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's the boxes I don't have yet.
Right. What is, I mean, without giving me the specifics, this is a rhetorical question. What is it that's important to your dad or that's concerning your dad about packing this stuff up? There's something about it that's irritating him, or he's wanting you to pushing you about it.
I know the stuff in my dad's house wasn't packed up after he passed away.
Right. And
it's still there.
It's still there. Right. That's it then. It's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would irritate me, Dad.
Yeah, because it's something.
The fact that it's left there.
Yeah, I mean, he's pushing this box at me and he won't let it go.
Yeah.
Is there something in the stuff that you've still to pack up that you've got to do something with or is important to you? Like something that you're avoiding, something that you don't want to face. Does that make sense? Something that your dad's maybe left for you or wants you to do with the stuff that you're putting off. It's not just the box. It's more than just packing the stuff up. There's something more here than just that.
He would have liked us to have the stuff, but obviously I can't get them.
Is it because of the lockdown?
No, it's because of what a family member did. She just locked the house up and sold it.
Ah, right.
So it's been sold. So the stuff of my dad's is still in the house.
Right.
We can't get it.
Okay.
That's what it'll be, and it would annoy him.
Has the person moved into the house yet?
No, not yet. They're doing work on it.
So the stuff is physically still there?
Yeah, it's still there.
So why don't you go via lawyers and contact them and just ask them so you can explain what the situation is and just ask to get it? Have you tried that?
No, but I could ask the people who's bought it directly to see if they would let us.
That's what I'm saying. Your dad, right, this is making sense now. Your dad wants you to do whatever you need to do to go and get this stuff for yourself.
Yeah.
He's basically just saying, look, Christian kindness, these people don't want the stuff. They're just going to throw it out. I mean, I take it we're not talking about anything that's valuable.
No, it's not valuable. It's just sentimental. It's just the thought of it.
Yeah. Your dad's basically saying just before the workmen, just clear it out and dump it. I think that's what's concerning him. He's concerning him that if you don't do something about it, it's just going to end up in the rubbish heap. So he wants you to actually go and speak to the people directly, even if you have to speak to the workmen and get them to communicate. Do you have direct communication with them?
Yeah, I do.
Right. So once we're finished tonight, go and send them an email or pick up the phone or do something. That makes sense. That's what your dad. You're spot on now. That's what your dad's come forward to tell you to do. Go and get the stuff sorted, because he doesn't want you to lose it just by being dumped on the rubbish heap. Can I leave you with that, love?
Yeah, I will do, Mark. Yeah, thank you.
You're very welcome. And if I ever come back down to Newcastle, keep an eye on my webpage because I would put information up there.
Yeah, you will do. I'll keep an eye out. Not
Okay.
be long.
Okay. So subject to lockdown, of course. Okay,
Yeah.
then. Bye-bye.
Right.
Okay, Caroline. Hello,
Hi.
Caroline. Hello. Right, give me a few seconds just to get tuned in. Caroline, can you take a youngish man, certainly 15 to 20 years younger than me, and I'm in my mid-50s. So I would put him anywhere between 30 and 40-ish. And something about his...
My uncle died at a young age.
Right. Was there something about his hands? My hands have just gone very tingly, very numb, very numb. Did he have...
Not sure.
Not saying it was physical. Did he work with his hands?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe that's it, because he's just drawn attention to my hands. Like, was he some sort of tradesman or electrician?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. He's just drawn attention to my hands that way. Okay. Has something happened very, very, very recently to upset you? I mean, really upset you. We're not talking about, just brushing one tear away. Something really major to really upset you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Right. And remember, this is public, so be careful what you say. I'm not asking you to give too much away, but you can understand, I mean, locking yourself away and crying, that degree of upset. Does that make sense to you?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Why, the rhetorical question, again, remember this has been broadcast live. So rhetorical question, why have you not, is there a woman that you would normally discuss things with? Like a close relation or a close friend?
Yeah.
So rhetorical question, why have you not gone to discuss this with her? Does that make sense to you?
Too upset, too raw, yeah.
Right. Well, again, this is from your uncle. What's going to upset you more? Not doing, not putting a plaster on the wound, which will be sore and raw, obviously, or talking to the person that can help you, maybe not get through it, but certainly help you to deal with it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's what your uncle wants you to do. Is it your mother that you need to speak to?
Yeah.
Or a mother? It's your mother. Would this be your uncle's sister, or are we the wrong side of the family?
Yes. No,
This is
my uncle's sister.
your uncle's sister. Yeah. Well, that's why he's come forward, because you need to speak to your mum about this.
Yeah.
So when we're finished up here, pick up the phone or get on the Zoom or whatever or go see her, whatever. I know, and it's Easter. Perfect time, perfect excuse. Not that you need one, but it's the perfect excuse to go wish your mum a happy Easter, isn't it?
Yeah.
And have a conversation with her while you're doing it.
Yep.
Can I leave you with that? And tell your mum that her brother sends his love.
I will do. Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll leave you with that.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Stephanie. Come into yourself, Stephanie. Hello. Can you hear me okay?
Huh?
You can hear me okay?
Yep, I can hear you really good.
Oh, is that an American accent I'm hearing?
Yes.
Where about in America are you?
Tennessee.
Okay. Never done a reading to anybody from Tennessee before. So, you're a first for me. Okay. I've got a woman coming forward. I'm going to say elderly, but I don't think she's incredibly old. Or if she is elderly, she presents herself as being very young. She didn't waste away, let's put it that way. She was quite energetic right up till when she passed. Age-wise, she could be anything from late 60s up to late 70s, but I'll go for somewhere in the middle of that range.
Okay.
So maybe late 60s, early 70s. She doesn't look that confused, so I'm not going to say she's a blood relation. She may very well be, but she doesn't look as though she's a blood relation. She likes hats. And she likes the colour green. Now, the green might be symbolic, but she's putting the green and hat in my head. Does any of that make sense to you?
The green, just because I had received a warning about a green vehicle.
Okay. Do you understand who the woman is apart from the colour? I mean, apart from what she's saying about the colour green, do you understand who the woman is?
No, I don't.
Okay, well, let's see what more we can get from her then. She likes shoes. She's shown me a cupboard full of shoes. And I know we talked about the colour green, but she likes red shoes as well. Handbags, lots. She definitely likes her. She likes her shoes and her handbags, and her hats. Let's put it that way. She's got a lot of jewellery. She's not showing me her wearing a lot of jewellery.
I'm not sure, especially in that age range.
Right. Let's see what else I can get. She's had a problem with her right hand at some point. At some point in her life, she's had a broken hand, maybe rheumatism, but she's drawn attention to my right hand. Get the feeling it's more like an accident than rheumatism. I don't think it's something long term, but it's definitely breaking her wrist or her hand or her finger because it's in a plaster. It's in what in Scotland we would call a stookie, a hard plaster.
Might
not be. I mean, she might not have been when she was elderly, but definitely at some point in her life that you can remember or you were aware of, she's had a plaster on her arm stroke hand. But I feel that the damage was round about the wrist or the hand area.
I'd have to really sit and think about that one. I'm not sure.
Right. Okay, well, let's see what she's got to say while she's coming forward. Maybe you can work out who she is later. Can you understand? You know the sort of movies, Pirates of the Caribbean. You know that sort of ridiculous sort of science. I was going to say science fiction, but the sort of fantasy movies about pirates. Can you understand something about acting or a play or a movie about pirates? Maybe with children, like a children's pantomime stuff. I don't think it's a movie. I think it's or Halloween. You know how in America the children dress up and go around the doors a lot more than we do here in the UK. Can you understand yourself or a child dressing up like a pirate at Halloween or?
Yes, it was my son.
Your son, right? Is it quite recent?
No, probably 10 years ago.
Right. So, okay. So it's just to draw attention to your son then. Yeah, it is your son that this one wants to talk about. Is your son married or in a permanent relationship?
Nope.
Or long-term girlfriend?
Nope.
Ask him.
Very briefly. He just started one.
Right. So he is is it? Let me rephrase that. He's currently in a relationship.
The last I knew, yeah, it might be about a month or 6 weeks.
Right. Yeah. Ask the girlfriend about the woman. I think
I don't know the girlfriend.
Well, ask your son to ask the girlfriend then,
Okay.
because I think the woman is connected to her. Now let's see why she's come forward. It's about your son, definitely. Has he recently changed job or lost job or starting a job?
Promotion.
So it's a promotion, right? Is there somebody that he had to compete with to get the promotion? Like,
Not that I'm aware of.
Ask your son. I'm being made aware that there's somebody that's upset about him getting the promotion.
Okay.
Maybe not in competition with him, but somebody that's, let's put it this way, we've got an expression here in the UK, somebody whose nose is out of joint because he got the promotion.
Mm-hmm.
Ask your son if he can identify who that is, and just to be very careful.
Okay.
I'm not saying anybody's going to do something nasty, but just tell him to be very careful about this person, whoever it is.
Okay.
And is the promotion very, very recent? I mean, days or weeks?
Couple weeks.
Yeah. So it's definitely that. And he's probably not even aware of who this person is. So just tell him to sit down and think about it.
Okay.
It might be somebody that he's got to manage. See if that makes sense to him, like somebody that he's been promoted over, that he's now got to supervise in some way, and this person's got a problem with him being the person above them. As opposed, my first inclination was two people competing. That might be it. My first inclination was like there were two people competing for the job. But the feeling I'm getting from this woman is that there's somebody, like I say, whose nose is very much out of joint because your son's got the promotion, either because he's over them or because the other person didn't get the promotion. But just tell your son to be aware of it and watch.
Okay.
Can I leave you with that?
Yep.
Okay. Nice to speak to you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, Rachel, come into yourself, Rachel.
Hello.
Hello. Okay, Rachel. You try and put the camera still a wee bit because I'm getting a wee bit disjointed when you're moving around. Okay, thanks. That's okay. You can hear me okay?
Yep.
Right, Rachel, I've got a man coming forward. He's either got a moustache or he's got hair, drawing attention to hair above his lip. It might be nose hair that needs cut, or it might be he's got a moustache or a combination of both. But it's very noticeable. Can you understand a man in spirit like that?
No.
He's something about his nose as well. Like my fingers are going up to my nose. Maybe a breathing problem or something physical with the nose.
No.
He's a good age, a very, very good age. Certainly in his late 60s or 70s, which for a man is a good age. More inclined to say older than that, actually.
Okay.
Teeth. Problem with his teeth before he died as well. Maybe he had dentures. Very notable about the teeth.
Yeah, maybe.
Is this beginning to make sense to you now?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see why he's coming forward. Can you understand suddenly getting drawn to my shoulders? Are you having problems with your shoulders, or have you had problems with your shoulders?
Not my shoulders. Probably
But-
my lower.
Or the back? It's like like here and here.
No, mine's right low. Very
How
low.
low?
Like bottom of base of the spine.
Right, so no, it's further down. It's. Have you had problems in the sort of back of your shoulder bones in the past?
No.
Is there somebody around you that you can identify that's got shoulder problems?
Maybe my brother. He's
Your brother?
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah, I'm getting on. This man's nodding at that. Now, I don't, be very careful here because I don't diagnose. I'm not in any way medically qualified. But if your brother is suffering the pain that he's putting in, it's like the neck out across the top of the shoulders to the back of the shoulders.
Mm.
That makes sense for your brother?
Yep.
Right. Is your brother has he had it diagnosed? Has he done something about this?
Not that I know of.
Right. Now, be very careful because I do not diagnose. So, don't get your brother to panic and run to the doctor.
No.
At the same time, tell him not to ignore this, because if he's suffering the pain that this man is putting in my shoulders, I'm asking him to take it back. Can you give your brother a phone and give him a joke and do something about it? I mean, maybe go see a physiotherapist or the GP, but do something about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
And also, can you understand, for you this time, not your brother, do you have a child around you? Maybe not your own child, but
yeah, I've got a son.
You've got a son, right. Does he play with a spinning top? Or a gyroscope? Something that spins around?
No.
I don't know what it is, but I'm suddenly getting incredibly dizzy. As though I've been on a roundabout and I've been going zoom, 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 and then I've come off it and I can't stand up straight. Does that mean anything with your son in any way?
No.
Is he about 5, 6, 7, 8, age-wise?
He's 15 coming up.
Right, so it's maybe not your son then. This is a younger child. This is a child, not a teenager. Can you understand? It's maybe not your son, but somebody around you, or a child, a kid around you of say 4 to 8 age range.
I can take one nearly 2.
Okay, right. Is it quite a big 2-year-old?
No, he's a little.
Right, okay. No, it's definitely, the kid is definitely old enough to walk, enough to be in a playground. So I'm going to say no for a 2-year-old. Can you think of any? I mean, I'm not saying it has to be. I'm not saying it has to be your kid or your nephew, but somebody around you of a child. I'm guessing the age, but 4 to 8. Maybe a neighbor, a friend.
Possibly.
Right. Well, I'm just going to leave it with you. See if you can figure out who it is. I think it's a boy. I don't think it's a girl. Like I say, I mean, he's out of baby clothes. He's definitely in shorts and t-shirt. He's not in diapers or nappies or anything like that. Not hugely big. So it could be like a small 8-year-old or sort of 4, 5, 6 age range. I'm inclined not to say 8, 9 because he's still in shorts. It's definitely short, like 8. I'm not saying he's wearing shorts, but it's the age where the boy would still be wearing shorts. And it's something about spinning or dizziness. And it's like the kid's dizzy and nobody's paying any attention to it. So just going to leave that with you. See if you can figure out who it is.
Okay.
Okay. Nice to speak to you.
All right, cheers. Thanks.
Okay. Right, coming to Jill. Hello, Jill. Can you hear me?
Hi.
Hi, Jill. Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Nice to hear you. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I could hear you good, Mark.
Okay. So, I've got a woman coming forward. she's not that old, but she's not that young either. So middle-aged up to 50s who acts older. Does that make sense? Somebody that always acts as though they're older than if. I'm not saying they do it deliberately. They just give it. She just gives a general impression that she's in her old age when she's only like middle-aged to 50. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I could actually take two women that age group that act like that.
Right. Okay. Let's see which one it is. I mean, obviously, you realise this woman's in spirit.
Yeah, yeah, they both are.
Curly grips. She used to use curly grips for her hair. That's part of the impression of being old. Can you understand a woman using and getting her hair permed?
Yeah, is it my gran?
Yes. Did your gran pass maximum 50?
No, my gran was very young for her age. She passed at 68, which in these times, Mark, that's really young.
Yeah. No, I'm going to say no to your gran then. This woman is definitely not much beyond her. I mean, I know I'm sometimes off of the age, but she's making me. It's not somebody that's older that looks younger. It's somebody younger that acts older. Maybe the curly girl. Sorry. You were going to say something, Joe?
It could be my mum or her sister as well, because all the women in my family have died young.
Right. Well, which one of them used curly grips? Because I can't take that back. She keeps putting hair perm and curly grips in my head. Maybe just a memory you've got of them that you can remember?
See, both of them using that, when I was an apprentice hairdresser, Mark, I used to practice on them.
Ah, right, okay.
So it could
right,
be reference to me.
Right, so that makes sense. That's not helping identify which one it is. Well, one boy, I've got two of them. That's why we were finding it difficult to isolate them. The two of them are they very much alike, personality-wise?
Yes.
Ah, that's it. They're standing apart now. I was actually finding it difficult to isolate them. Okay, so why are the two of them coming forward? Have you been dancing recently? I mean, physically dancing?
Yeah, I dance about the house all the time.
But I mean, literally playing music and dancing. I don't just mean moving around the house.
I mean,
right, okay. Did you drop something? Very recently, did you something fall or drop when you were dancing? Or hear a noise as though something had fallen?
Yeah, something did fall, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was, because I heard the thud and then just carried on with my business.
Yeah,
but I know exactly what you're on about. Can't think of what it was.
That doesn't matter what it was. That's them just letting you know that they were there.
Okay.
Don't answer this question. It's rhetorical. But what's going on just now with smashed crockery? Or is that symbolic? Like cups and plates and saucers getting broken?
It could actually be symbolic, Mark. I'm not too sure.
It's like you taking a cup, and I mean, I don't just mean a cup, I mean a whole bunch of them, like one at a time, and smashing them on the floor. Like you're so angry that it's somebody or something that you're just grabbing them and smashing them. Does that make sense? Maybe not literally.
I am very, very angry about the situation that's going on within the family just now.
Right. Okay.
I haven't actually smashed anything.
No. I'm not saying you're smashing anything. But it's symbolic. Like it's like all the crockery for the family dinner you're taking it out of the cupboard and you're smashing it one bit at a time. Does that symbolise what's going on with your family?
See, the family's smashed, so I think that's what that is, Mark.
Right. Okay. So why your mum and dad? Sorry, why your mum and your? Is your mum and your granny?
It'll be my mum and our sister.
Yeah, it's your mum and your aunt. Sorry. Do the two of them? If the two of them were still alive, would they have been on different sides of the family argument or whatever it is that's going on?
No, they would be on different sides of the argument from me. When they two came in together to you, they done that in real life as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They would be on a different side either from you or from each other.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I think that's just it. They want the argument to be over.
But see, the argument's never going to be over, Mark. It's an awful situation. The thing is,
or maybe I'm interpreting it the wrong way. They want you to not be angry about it. Does that make sense?
There's no way in this world that I couldn't ever not be angry.
Or maybe not be angry, but not be self-destructive. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I'm not being self-destructive either. I'm just keep myself to myself and let them get on with it.
Okay. Maybe that's a pat on the head for you then, but that's what I'm getting. It's just like calmness from them.
Yeah. If
it's not specifically about the situation, it's just be relaxed. What they're doing is it's like they're reversing the imagery. The cut relays coming back together and going back into the shelf. Does that make sense?
No. I don't get that.
I can only give you what I'm getting, Jill.
Yeah, I know you can.
So I'll leave you with that and the love of your aunt and your mum.
Thanks very much, Mark.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Okay, speak to you later. So, coming to Nicole Violet. Hello, Nicole. Can you hear me?
Hi. Yes, I can.
Okay. Again, is that an American accent I'm hearing?
Yes.
Where in the States are you from?
California.
Okay, that's quite a distance away. Okay. I've got a man coming forward. Short, dark hair. Quite a physically big man when he was younger. And I'm getting the impression I'm not that keyed up on different accents or sort of like localities in America, but there's certain areas like television programs that we get the accent of. Can you take a man from Texas or some connection to Texas in spirit?
Yes.
Right. Like I say, I get the feeling he's been quite elderly when he's passed. When he was younger, he was quite a physical man in terms of size. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. So are you happy are you happy that we've got who we've got?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Right. Let's see why he's coming forward. Can you understand? I think this is you. I don't think this is somebody else. A mental loss or confusion, like being unconscious or having a severe memory attack or memory wipe.
Yes.
I mean, we're not just, I mean, I'm not talking about, I've got a really bad memory. I can start a sentence and by the time I get to the end of the sentence, I've forgotten the noun or the word I was going to use in the sentence. It's not that. It's like a whole period of time you've been unconscious or you've lost the memory of. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Right. Is it something that you've had treated or you've dealt with?
Yes, I'm in recovery.
So you're in recovery from it. Right. Okay. So what is it in your recovery that you're not doing properly? He's really concerned about this. Like, you know what you've got to do. You know, like you've got the medical instructions, you've got everything, medicine, diet, exercise, but there's something that you're not doing or something that you're not doing properly that you're aware of. Does that make sense to you?
Kind of.
He's really concerned about it. He wants you to buckle down and do what you need to do.
Okay.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
Will you do it?
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
He's not going to let that go.
Okay.
He's a man that would, like, he would. I mean, if he was alive, he would look you straight in the face, and he would get right up close to you, and he would let fly. In Britain, we would say he would let fly at you to make sure you've got to do what you've got to do.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave you with his love and leave you with that then.
Thank you.
I hope you get better.
Thanks.
Okay. Right, coming to Wendy. Wendy, do you want to undo your audio? Wendy, can you hear me?
Yeah, I think you spoke to me earlier, yeah.
Oh, sorry, Wendy, sorry. It's just because you were still on. No problem.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, everybody. Well, that would appear to be everybody that's coming forward for a reading. It is now 9:26, so that is very nicely timed. Thank you, everybody that came forward for a reading. I am just basically going to do a closing prayer, and then I'll play some Scottish music to take us out. So if everybody would please join me in a closing prayer, just to say thank you. Dear Father, Mother, Spirit, thank you very much for the messages and the connections that you brought forward tonight. Thank you for the technology working for once. Thank you for a happy Easter for everybody that's enjoying the holiday. Please take the energy that we have generated tonight. Please take it out into the world, and please do some good with it. Even if it's just one person, one nudge, one bit of healing energy, use your common sense, do some good. Thank you. Amen. Okay, now I'm just going to finish with a small advert for a training course that I'm doing. If anybody sees this that is interested in doing card readings, have a look at this. At the end of that, I'll play some music, and then that's us finished. We'll be back next week, same time, same streaming locations, 8:30 UK time. Obviously adjust for your local time if you're not in the UK. Hello, my name is Marc, and I'm running a course to show you how to use technology to present your card readings online, showing you and the card at the same time on all platforms that you work on. Stand out from the other card readers on streamed broadcasts and using Zoom for private readings. At the very minimum, watch this video for the next 3-4 minutes. Give yourself a huge competitive advantage and stand out from all of the other card readers that you're in competition with. Thousands of card readers. Be one of the people that stands out, really stands out. Sure. Thank you. So let's just imagine that you're doing a reading for someone. I'll show you in a second how you can actually have that other person appearing in the video as well. So there'll actually be 3 video feeds at once. And I will choose one card at random, and I shall now place it in front of my second camera. So I can now do my reading. I can see the card, the reader can see the card on the video screen, and they can also see me looking directly at them, telling them the deep significance of the reading that I'm giving them. This can work on Facebook. It can work on Facebook Live if you're doing a streamed broadcast. It can also work on Zoom. So if you're doing a one-to-one or a group reading with people, the people in Zoom will see this image on the camera. Now, I can show you how to do a lot more things than this. For example, If I want to relax, I can just put up a video of a nice Scottish river while I am the Scottish medium. So basically, just imagine for 1 second, somebody's having to choose who to come to a card reading. They can get an interactive video like this, where they can see you adding the cards. As many cards as you need to. Now obviously, I'm putting up the yes card last to give you a direct message. You really do want to know how to do this. I'm running a course which will last for 3 2-hour sessions. The first session is going to talk you through the outcome, where you've got to go and what equipment you've got to get in place. But in the second week, I'm going to talk you through in Zoom, setting it up so that you're capable of doing this in Zoom. The third week gets more interesting. That's doing it on Facebook and doing live broadcasts. Now, the third camera will not be myself or yourself. That will be the person that you're giving the reading to. And this is for use in a live streamed event, probably on Facebook or some other venue. The point being, when you record this, when you show this to other people, they can see the person getting the reading, they can see you, and of course, as we've already indicated, they can see the cards. So, without any further ado, do you think you're ready for the opportunity to give you success as a card reading? Of course you are. Well, in case you need that reiterated, of course you are. Stand out from the crowd. Make yourself different. Make your broadcasts, your streaming events, make your readings on Zoom memorable. There are umpteen thousand card readers out there. Places on this course are limited. So you're going to stand out so far from the crowd that people are going to be talking about you after every live streamed event and after every broadcast. So don't waste any time. Book the course now. So the course is going to run for 3 weeks, starting on the 5th of June, 2 hours each weekend. If you go to the website, www.scottspirittraining.com, you can register there. The cost is $250. Obviously, you can pay from the website as well. You'll also find details of what software you will need, most of which is free, and what hardware you're going to need to be able to make this work. For most people, that'll involve an extra camera, some lighting, and a green screen. Cost of that in the region of about $200, and we'll show you examples on Amazon of what to get. So get along, get registered, and I'll see you on the 5th of June. If we haven't communicated by then, I'm looking very much forward to meeting you. and good night.